Hello, hello, hello. It's Thursday and it's the green room here. And today we have Duncan, Barry, and a guest in the car, Tommy. How are you doing, Tommy?
Yeah, no, we don't want him here. We don't want him.
Your wish may become true sooner than you realise. I'm at the mercy of 4G right now.
So how are you doing, Barry?
I'm very good, thank you. Happy? How about yourself?
I'm doing quite well. I'm quite happy as always. Usually happy, mostly, like 99%. So, yeah. Duncan, how are you? You're fine?
Yes, I'm on mute as per normal, which everybody wants me to be. I am grand. I have had my COVID shot. I am over the worst of it now, touch wood. So I am doing well. And I've been playing some games on Xbox this week, not as many as I thought because I've been up to other activities, but I have been playing lots of games this week.
That's good. So then, Duncan, what have you been playing?
What have I been playing? And I have been playing the game which has surprised me still in Sea of Thieves. I've been still doing that. I think we're going to be talking about that shortly anyway.
Yeah.
And I've been playing that and I've had a load of fun. And I've been playing some Fortnite. And I know this is an Xbox podcast, but I want to get the Horizon Zero Dawn skin of Alloy in it, and it's got me going, yes, I want that straight away. And I would also want to shout out Kelly is not available tonight. She a lot of people don't know this. Kelly isn't well a lot of the time, even though you can hear her yapping most of the time, but she isn't well a fair bit, so
That's just putting up with Duncan.
Exactly. I think that is basically the gist of it. There is, it's because of me, but she's not with us tonight because she's not 100%. But she would be saying she has been playing Fortnite. She has been playing some Sea of Thieves, and what was the other game? Oh, some silly game called Zombie Army. She's been putting a lot of time into as well.
Yeah.
Again on Xbox.
Cool.
Tommy,
have you been playing some?
I've actually had a really busy week, so I've not had a lot of time to play games this week. But I did stop in to check out Outriders, see if it was fixed. It's not. Still takes forever to sign in. Still takes forever to find a game. Still loses connection for no reason at all. But the 10, 15-minute slots in the game I still enjoy. I don't know why, because everything on paper means I should hate this game, but I find myself trying to play it a lot. So it must be good in some sense. And just trying to finish off the new cut of Disco Elysium as well. Probably about 8-9 hours into that now.
Nice. So you enjoy that game, that Elysium game?
I played it when it originally launched on PC. To be fair, I'm playing it on PC again now because it's a free update. But yeah, really enjoying that game. It's just really different to a lot of other games that have come out recently.
Yeah. Barry, do you have had some fun with some Xbox games this week?
I have indeed. My Xbox has been well looked after in the last week, so I became the proud owner of the wireless headset as it finally came back into stock, so I could get hold of it. And nice. I'm really impressed with that. I'm loving that. Works really well, and it's also got some much loved expansion as well, so that I can get some more games installed on it as well. So it's kind of been well and truly looked after in the past week. In terms of games, I have jumped in, played a little bit of Outriders, kind of grind my way through that. And by grind, I don't mean in a negative sense. I mean, just kind of go through the motions and grind your way through it. Still really enjoying Outriders. I've not really had too many issues with it so far, touch wood, but possibly one of the lucky ones. I've dipped in back in to AC Valhalla, and kind of in England and kind of starting going through the motions in there, trying to kind of secure the territory. So that's been some good fun. I'm enjoying that. And then the other one that's really caught me by surprise, hadn't played it for ages, but Rogue Company really drew me in. And do you know what? I thought I'd have a game or two, and before I knew it, I was just like, yep, I'm going to have another game. I'm going to have another game. I'm going to have another game. And then I just lost hour upon hour.
Sorry, Tommy.
You need to make sure you add Chase if you're playing Rogue Company. He is a beast at that game, and I've never seen or heard him get so animated as when he gets some kills in that game.
Yes, he does. Thankfully, I said to him, actually, I need to set something up with him so we can try and catch up and have a gaming session on Rogue. And he does. There's been times where me and him have caught up and whatever, and he's playing Rogue in the background, and God, yeah, he really does get. He gets full on.
The advocate bit goes out the window.
Yes, it does. The only thing he's advocating for is himself.
Yes.
Yeah. So, well, that's really, really great to hear. I've been playing a lot of lay back in sofa games with touch control with a tablet. I've been playing mostly the Minecraft Dungeons. Just it is quite fun to play on xCloud and with tablet. Actually, it works really well with the touch controls. And I've been playing a game that I jumped back into a couple of weeks ago, and I'm quite amazed how good it is. But it takes so long time to walk around in it, and it's like minutes in Fallout 76. I've been testing it out again. It is fun, but it's time consuming, a lot time consuming. And I've been playing, going over again with Halo. So I'm in the middle of Halo 3 now and enjoying it, going back and playing it on the PC version with the mouse and keyboard. And oh my God, the controls are perfect. It is like night and day to play with. So that's what I've been playing. Yeah.
Happy, I've got a question for you.
Sea of Thieves.
Happy, I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
We all love your reaction videos. Are you doing a reaction video later?
I'm doing a reaction video later. I have
for Resident Evil.
Okay, yes, I'm
what
doing
time
that.
Is that, by the way?
I'm going to do that.
It's in 3 hours or so.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
11 o'clock UK time.
Yeah, I'm going to do a reaction of that.
Past your bedtime.
I should have finished building the first unit by then.
So that's midnight for me, isn't it? Yes. Yeah. So I'm going to do that. Yeah. I'm going to be there, and I'm going to be jumpy. If it's a trailer, really good trailer, I'm just going to be jump. I'm a jump scare. So, yeah. Okay, guys. We had some things happening today. There was a new update to Sea of Thieves Season 2. And it's out, and if you haven't played, you can go and do the download and start playing Season 2 of Sea of Thieves. Have any of you checked it out? Who wants to... Is there anyone that have played it? The new update?
I have not played the new update. I have been busy doing other stuff here today. Yeah. Me and Barry were just on there, so I haven't had a chance to do anything yet with Sea of Thieves, but I am looking forward to actually diving in, and I think I'm going to be getting the battle pass as well, because I am getting sucked into them sort of things. Yeah, there's Barry shaking his head.
Buying a battle pass to sink a boat.
Yes, you get all them funky skins, and you just go, and you go, don't tempt me, and it has really tempted me, and I think I'm going to get it because I'm really enjoying it, even though we don't know what we're doing, and I just get shouted at. You're sinking the boat. You're crashing. Why did you not save me? You hit me, and things along them lines. Can you imagine who's saying them things to me?
It's got to be the mean one herself, hasn't it?
It is, yes. It's always my fault. Whatever goes wrong, it's my fault.
Yeah. So, Tommy, you play some Sea of Thieves, or have you tested it out?
I played it from the beta all the way up pretty much until probably about September-ish time last year.
Oh,
but I haven't actually touched it since. So I haven't even played season 1, let alone season 2. But all of the people I played it with playing it, I think that's why it kind of got shelved for me. But it sounds like there's probably quite a resurgence in people playing it now they've got these seasons to the game.
Yes, and we would like to thank some of the Daleks for joining as well.
Yeah.
So
I had a feeling this might happen.
It's no problem.
Yes, I know. You know, I'm only winding you up. Yeah. What about you, young Barry? Are you going to get, or not your cup of tea?
Wow. See, now here's the thing. We've been talking about this between the Green Room episodes over the past few weeks and kind of some of our behind the scenes cloudy chats. I think I've been roped in to it because I actually installed it on the console at the weekend. I've got it. It's locked and loaded. It is ready to go.
It's me.
Yeah, it's the happy effect. You've literally completely. So I haven't tried it yet, and I haven't played it before. But it is now firmly kind of installed, ready to go, and hopefully by the time we get to next week's episode, it'll be something that I'll have dipped in and had a go on.
You know what happened to me yesterday on that? I had a lot of treasures in my ship, and I forgot to have it on the closed crew. So I had the open crew, and suddenly people, they just took the boat and drove off with the treasures without me. So that was, oh my goodness, what is happening here?
Am I right in thinking, Happy, is it you that you were playing it last week and you kind of looked away for a minute and then you kind of looked back at the screen and you crashed your boat?
Yeah, that was me.
Sorry if I'm dropping you in it there.
Yeah.
You might not want that story out there, but
we were having a discussion or something when we're last week, and I was looking at the screen and suddenly I crashed in. We were talking actually about Sea of Thieves and crashing, and suddenly I was crashing into the island. So that was that was quite interesting.
I think we need to have words with Kelly about Sea of Thieves. I was talked out from Michael Kelly. They've just jumped off their boat. They're dropping their treasures off. Let's go nick their boat.
Yeah.
You know what she actually said? No, we're not doing that.
You have to do it. You have to do it.
Surely that's all in the game.
No one's nice. No one is nice in Sea of Thieves. They just go and steal each other's treasure. We're pirates. So
exactly. And I was told no, we're not allowed to do it. And I wanted to do that, and I was told no. So unfair.
Yeah, it is quite fun. And like I heard on the podcast, everything is up in the air. They want to do every sorts of thing now with these seasons, and I think it's going to be quite much content come. They're talking about new enemies and all kinds of stuff coming down the road. They were trying to do some change also to what kind of enemies is coming up, because it's been like this enemy is coming and then this enemy is coming and that this enemy is coming. They're trying to make it mixed up in a way so you never know what's going to hit you next time, because people have started calculating when these enemies coming up and they want to just do it random. And that is quite good, I think, to the game also. So Sea of Thieves looks cool, and you can hide in barrels now. That is quite cool. So
awesome. I look forward to it.
Have they added a body to the Kraken yet, or is it still just tentacles?
I am not sure. I am not sure about that.
When I hear the scary music come on, I'm going, no, I don't want any part of that, because it's only me and Kelly usually playing, and I don't think we'll be able to take down the Kraken. I just hear that I've seen the big thing floating about, and I go, no, that's going to attack me, so run away.
That happened to me last week. I had no chance. It is But it's so exciting, that game. It's like an open sandbox and just go out and have fun. And I think it is an effect with the great colors and nice colors makes you quite happy to play that. It's not that dark in a way. And
it's a beautiful looking game.
It is. It is a really beautiful looking game. I really enjoyed that. So, guys, are we gonna talk about what are we gonna talk about now? Let's see. EA is back, baby. I said June Sunday, 12th to 15th. Phil Spencer is looking forward to what Xbox is sharing at E3. So, guys, this is an open question. What will we see? We're definitely gonna see two kinds of show there. We're gonna see one with Bethesda and one with Xbox. And is there something you guys think is possible will be there? Are we going to see some exclusive Xbox game, or is these games far in the future?
I'm going to make a bold prediction. There's going to be games on it. So yeah. I think we're going to see some exclusive games to Microsoft as well. So there we go. There's my bold prediction there. No, I think we are going to hear some bombshells. The word around the campfire is Perfect Dark and the Initiative game are years away, so I doubt we will see anything more than that. And the Fable game as well, the new update to Fable. But what I'm hoping to see is Forza stuff. Never mind just normal Forza Motorsport. I just want to see what the next Forza Horizon, because Forza Horizon is just absolutely brilliant, and I just want to see where that is going to go. Forza Motorsport is the showpiece game. That's the game they want to probably go. This how much better this looks. This is their look at the Series X can do here. But I'm expecting we're going to hear a couple of interesting announcements, and I think we're going to get some massive Game Pass announcements during that as well. Battlefield 6 is it Battlefield 6?
Battlefield 6 is coming.
Yeah, it's the big rumor at the moment, which I don't see that one, but I see it as something different.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a lot there. But Tommy, you have some prediction for this week?
The whole Naughty Dog catalog. No,
coming to Xbox.
So, yeah, no. I actually don't think this E3 is going to be all that much to give away, because there's not. I feel like E3's lost the clout now, because everybody, well, not everybody, but Microsoft do a lot of their own shows now. They don't wait for the centralized things. So I think we're probably more likely to see maybe a bit more of the ID showcase again, something along those lines. I think we'll get an update on Halo, and that will probably be their keystone. It will just end with this new content on Halo. But I'm actually hoping that we get to see more on xCloud. I think that would be a really wise push for them to unveil some more information about xCloud, coming to browser support, and that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's quite interesting. I think you have good points there. Barry, do you have something to add to this? Do you want to say your opinion around this?
Yeah, of course. Obviously, going to agree with Tommy on the Halo front. I think it's kind of feels like a bit of a given. There's been a lot of rumors swirling, pointing towards a November release date for Infinite. And if they're anywhere on track, with that, and they're relatively confident, then you'll at least get a reminder of obviously Halo Infinite, and I think you'll get an updated look on what they've been working on, how they've kind of maybe taken the time to polish the game. Because I know kind of when they first kind of pushed that trailer out for Infinite, there was a little bit of backlash in the sense of the fact that it just didn't look visually up to scratch. It didn't look like it was. I think people in their head kind of thought Series X, this is going to blow me away, and there was a lot of the textures and the detail in that kind of Halo Infinite trailer that just it didn't do it. It didn't sell it for a lot of people. So I think we'll certainly see kind of a more polished trailer, and I think hopefully they'll stick to that release date for November, or the rumored release date for November. I think
typically Halo games have always launched in November as well, haven't they?
Yeah, of course, and these things, particularly with franchises, they are going to stick to what they do best. And if people kind of know when they drop, it becomes a regular thing, and it's part of the culture of that franchise launching at that point in the year. We see it in films, that film franchises always kind of hit the cinemas around about the same time, because they know that that's when they're going to capture the best audiences. And in that last quarter of the year, or kind of in that fall period, us as gamers go absolutely nuts, because we get absolutely bombarded left, right, and centre with content. So it makes sense for that to be dropping. I think the other thing I think we'll also see is, I personally, I don't think we'll actually see the game until 2022, but I think we'll see and hear more about Starfield as well.
Yeah, that's quite excellent. I think also we're going to see a lot of stuff this summer. I believe we're going to be quite surprised. I think there is going to be a great stuff. I think they're going to focus around Halo, of course, because that is a big brand. But I'm just going to say it. I think there's going to come a Gears of War. Just saying it. I don't know it's coming, but I will just say it out there. There's coming a new Gears of War. That's my prediction. They have to talk about xCloud, and they have to promote it really good from now on. And I really hope we will see it soon. But it could also come in September, I think, to PC, web browser. But I hope it's earlier than that. I really do. But that is also something I think they will tell us it's in September on E3. But we might see something later this month. We have to see. We have talked about that last week. So yeah, I really think it's gonna be a great show. And let's talk more about they're gonna have 2 shows. So I think Bethesda. What are we predicting Bethesda's going to come with? Are they just going to come with some DLC to these games, or are they working on some totally new stuff? Anyone who wants to take that, Tommy?
The next Elder Scrolls or whatever it's going to be, we know it's in development, so I wouldn't be surprised to find out a bit more about that. I still don't think that's going to be an Xbox exclusive this time. I know there's been lots of opinions based on that, and a lot of backward sort of comments from even Phil himself. But I think this one is too late in the day to become a platform exclusive. But that has just reminded me of another prediction, and I think we're going to hear something about Kojima, because we've heard the leaks, we've heard the conspiracies. And it all points back to the interview in Phil's room with the Kojima statue on his shelf. It seems to be the new trend of all announcements: hide something in plain sight, wait for everyone to miss it, and then come out and go, "We told you about this 6 months ago, but you didn't know." I wouldn't be surprised to hear something about Kojima as well.
Yeah, totally agree. Duncan, are you having any thoughts of Bethesda?
It's Bethesda, so there'll be something.
Yeah.
There's something you're going to be coming on to next, but which is going to be a great talking point, I think, at the Bethesda conference with Deathloop. Will that be shown because of the delay till October, November time? I forget what that time it is. But I think we're going to hear about Starfield. Starfield is going to be there in some form, and I think we'll get updates on the other games. And I'm just not sure. I'm hoping we're going to just hear a load of stuff. Some great. Will we hear about the next Fallout? We are getting close to that time, and Tommy's flashing us here during this.
I was going to say, put his twos and twos on. That's to get home to build the furniture.
Got to get that OnlyFans going, guys.
Yes.
Shout out to Adam. I don't know if he's listening or not right now, but he DM'd me the other day to say, You've been incredibly quiet. I'm starting to believe that this wasn't a joke. I'm not focusing on OnlyFans content for anybody that is strangely wanting to know.
Yes, no, there is no Tommy Danger or OnlyFans at this moment in time.
Although that does mean that you've searched it to confirm that.
Yes, I have. But there is someone using Tommy Danger, so I don't know what's going on with that. So
there is a podcaster who has popped up in the last year with the name Tommy Danger and has absolutely nothing to do with me. Just like to point out, I've had the Tommy Danger gamer tag on Xbox since the Xbox 360 launch.
Oh, that's cool. That is cool.
yeah,
Cool.
It's mine. I just can't copyright it.
Barry, did I ask you about Bethesda?
I'm gonna do a Duncan here. I'm gonna throw a curveball, and it maybe comes more from a place of hope and wishing, because I know that it's been something that's been talked about, speculated, and I've got a vague feeling that at one of the last conferences, kind of pre-COVID, so maybe 2019. That they actually had something to show on it. But Duncan knows what I'm going to say now, doesn't he? No?
I've been distracted. Tom Ward's just about to talk about iOS support for xCloud.
Oh.
Interesting.
Quake.
Ooh.
That would
be
wow.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Because we know that they've said, obviously from an ID perspective, they've kind of spoken openly about how kind of this is the end of the chapter for Doomslayer. By the time they got to the end of the DLC for Doom Eternal. And yeah, I don't know. There's a part of me that hopes and wishes and kind of thinks we could see a little bit of a resurrection of Quake as they go on and kind of do something with that. They've done, if we look at what they've done with Wolfenstein, look at what they've done with Doom, they've kind of given them a new lease of life. They're kind of old classics, but they've given them a new lease of life. And I'd like to see them come out and do something in a similar vein with Quake.
Cool. Well, what I am looking forward to, we know that Fallout is Fallout. Jesus, not Fallout. The Elder Scrolls Online, Jesus, is gonna be showing, and Starfield is gonna be showing. That is for sure. But I really hope they're gonna show a little teaser of something they're working on, and that is New Vegas 2. That is my hope. I really hope there's going to be a New Vegas 2. I really enjoyed New Vegas Fallout. And in Fallout 76, they had this Fortnite style of a game inside Fallout 76. And there might be, I hope there's going to be some Fortnite style game from Bethesda that is not linked to any sort of game, just a free game for everyone, because the Fallout 76 is really good. I really enjoyed that game, and it's really fun to play. So yeah, I think there's gonna be. I really think that Quake is really exciting. If it's coming, some of Quake, that's something I've never thought about, but that's a good one, Barry. I hope so. It's coming too. So yeah, I really think that's. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of games coming. I'm just babbling now. And let's see what we can talk about. We can talk about something we talked about a little bit, and that was Deathloop delayed to September. But this game is exclusive for PlayStation console. But what if it goes to day to Xbox Game Pass on console, or now on xCloud? And console, because this is PC. PC and xCloud, I think. Oh, that was a hard one. What if it goes to PC and xCloud? That was what I was thinking. Because it's only exclusive on PlayStation and console.
Happy.
Yeah.
But Stop eating your blue pills before you come on stream. Okay.
Yeah. Yes. So I'm just gonna ask you guys: what do you think about this? Can this happen? Will this happen?
Absolutely not. It will not happen.
Okay.
Not a mention of it happening. No. Will it go to Game Pass after the exclusivity is over? Absolutely, it will. If it's not a full exclusive, but it will not go. This delay means nothing to them. It will be like the Final Fantasy VII one, where it will be when the game goes on to when the game launches. It'll be like a year and a half, 2 years, whatever the exclusive period is. Yeah. It is from the date the game launches.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Barry, you agree on with Duncan?
Yeah, I agree with what Duncan said. I think it will hit the end of its exclusivity period first before it ventures on to kind of Xbox's platform.
Mm-hmm. So it is only console exclusive. That was I was thinking about, that it could come to PC, Game Pass, or xCloud, because it's only on console. But I can agree with that. That it's gonna be exclusive to PlayStation, and it's not gonna matter. So let's go to the next one. I want to ask you guys. Rumor, just want to put it out there. Rumor Flight Simulator is coming out on the 31st of March.
Yeah.
That's
no. I tweeted about that about a week ago, which no one picked up on until this week for some unknown reasons. This was heavily rumored. Nothing to see here. This is just. It was said it was coming to Xbox, just no date. I think it's. Well, it might be a stealth EFD drop in Game Pass. There you go, mate. Go play it.
Do you get so you think it's going to come to xCloud too, or are you just thinking it's going to come?
I think we're going to see it in xCloud as well. Yes.
Yeah.
And it's the perfect game for xCloud.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a big one.
That's a big call. That is. It's a good shout. I'm not knocking you for it. That's a big call. I like it.
So there was also some talking this week about the journalists claim that Xbox Global published lineup could expand. Tweet from Jess: don't count out Xbox publishing either. Some really interesting partnerships is going on. And he's talked about we know Kojima, but he thinks he's talking about maybe 3 or 4 extra games that we don't know about. But this is a rumor. I just want to ask, what game do you think this can be? In a way, what kind of games do you think they can? This is just fun. This is just talking about something we hope we can see there.
Do you know what? It's such an open question.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I'm not sure. Duncan looks like he's about to speak,
yeah,
so I'm going to let Duncan shoot for it.
Yes. Oh, sorry, I've just done something naughty. On stream. Oh, sorry. I will tell people after. But yes, I think we're going to hear some big money hats. The Kojima one seems to have legs, so I think we're going to get some other things going on as well. But I think we're going to hear something big, and it's going to make waves.
Yeah. Yeah, I think also we're going to see some big games. I'm just going to ask guys about what was I wanted to ask about. There was
one thing I'm intrigued before we do move on is Duncan thinking Squeenix.
Yes, I think it could be Squeenix. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Tomb Raider.
Can we see some more partnership with Sega?
That's another possibility. With the way they're kind of trying to carve and divide that up. It could be something that's kind of within the realms of possibility, couldn't it? Duncan's got his mischievous face on. He's up to something, so be wary, everybody.
So, yeah. That was quite interesting. EA granted a patent for dynamic difficulty adjustment technology. What is and what will worry some gamers? Because this is EA has this in Game Pass, and I'm quite worried about this. Barry.
Well, I think it's probably along the line. If you remember, I think maybe our first, I think it was our first episode of Green Room.
Okay.
And I was talking about how,
yes,
you know, it evolves and kind of learns how you play and that sort of stuff. So, and I have to be honest, you know, I hadn't read back at that point that this was a patent kind of from, you know, the EA were kind of looking at pushing through. So for me, I mean, yeah, it's something that I'd absolutely love to see them do, because that to really kind of throw that into gaming and kind of have that adjustment technology, I think is brilliant, because I actually think in a lot of ways that it opens up replay value in games. Because I think as much as you can often fall into the trap, can't you? If you replay a game, you know how the kind of it plays out. And although you try and make some conscious decisions to go and do something different to what you did last time, some of your style, some of the way that you actually kind of approach the game still remains the same. So if you've got that kind of element of kind of dynamic difficulty adjustment, that sort of thing, yeah, it's something that really intrigues me, and I'd like to kind of see where they go with it and what they do with it.
Yeah, but what I'm just going to add a little bit more to that question. How is this going to work out with trophies if it adjusts your dynamic, and some get it easier, some get it house? Duncan.
Yeah, I think we shouldn't worry too much about this. I'm not that concerned. I think that if you implemented that something before, like when you were playing some games, I think it was World of the World Cup. I can't remember. Was it 98?
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you were playing and you were duffing teams, they were saying, "Can you up the difficulty?" Things like that. I think this is just pushing that a bit more, just to try and even it up. And I think it is going to be optional, because if they start pushing that in and it's not optional, they are going to get a hell of a lot of pushback towards it, and it could end up being very dangerous for them. I think they probably want to try and use some of the AI just to balance it out, so it becomes you win some, you lose some, and it's nice and balanced, or maybe tilted it slightly so you win a bit more. But I'm not too concerned about this.
Yeah, it's probably going to make it more like Barry said, more playable over and over. So I think that's going to be quite good. And guys, you talked about this a little earlier today, but I'm just going to put it in here because this is an xCloud show. Rumors only that Xbox Game Pass is coming to Steam. I think people look at the Game Pass as a really good opportunity to get more people into gaming. And guys, you talked about it a little bit, but can you touch on it here also?
Yes, I think this is a good thing. Apparently, Valve went out and approached Microsoft to bring this here, and I think it is great to see. I think it could really shake things up in the whole wider sort of gaming space, and it could have major repercussions, because if you put it on there, we were talking about this in the GFN show, that could actually allow you to play it on GFN. So that's maybe how Microsoft get round about playing PC games in the cloud, because there's a number of games that could go on there. Could that open up the doors for Age of Empires to be played on GFN, because that could be a way around it if they go talking. I think it's great news if this actually comes to fruition. And what we were basically saying, just the way things are going at the moment, you can't rule it out.
And you want to add something to that, Barry?
Yeah, I mean, I think Duncan pretty much nailed it dead on there from what we were talking about earlier, and I kind of I think from my perspective, the likelihood of and what I was talking about is that kind of sentiment in my mind of thinking about what Phil Spencer had said about places where Game Pass subscription exists.
Exactly.
Now that kind of gives you the indication that it may well exist somewhere outside of the traditional sphere of kind of Xbox. So from that perspective, I see that being a possibility. I wasn't 100%. I don't want to say I was disagreeing with Duncan, but I wasn't 100% convinced or sure whether I could see them making the move towards allowing it then to kind of be an extended service into GFN. Kind of feel like that might be a bit of a counterintuitive kind of step in terms of they'll want to push their own technology, their own platform, that they're not necessarily going to want to push a subscription. I get, yes, they want as many subscribers as possible, which is why I can see it going to Steam. I don't really see it then going to kind of a competitive technology in that sense to say, well, actually go and play our games elsewhere, because you kind of, let's be honest, that if you play Game Pass on PC and then they give you that, when xCloud for PC launches, you're obviously going to be playing it at 1080p versus kind of dependent on obviously how your PC can run it in terms of all those kind of fidelity levels and that sort of thing. Do you want to put yourself in a position where you open it up to rolling out on GFN and somebody says to you, well, actually, hang on a minute, your games look better on GFN than they do on your own cloud service? That's the area where I guess I'm unsure on it, because I think they're going to want to. I get that cloud obviously is a bolt on essentially. It's a big focus, but it's an add-on to the existing platform. But I still don't think you want to put yourself in that position necessarily where you're making it viable for somebody to play your games better elsewhere, because it should be about Xbox first. The best place to play it is within our ecosystem and not outside of that.
I agree. I just want to talk a little bit more around this, because we have also some rumors about some partnership with Nintendo, but we don't know what it is. Can this be xCloud coming to Switch, or can this just be some items that they are going to put into some sort of game on Nintendo? Any thoughts about this? Are you going to drop some games, or is just going to Game Pass come over to Nintendo? Because can you have a 5G network on Nintendo Switch?
Current Switch doesn't have LTE or mobile data, no.
So that's a little bit worrying if they're gonna drop that. But I'm gonna ask anyway. What do you guys think is gonna come to Nintendo Switch? Because there is a partnership going on there, a rumor partnership.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'll kick off if Duncan doesn't mind.
Yeah. No. Go on, Barry 100.
I knew you were going to get that in somewhere. I literally cannot get away from that at the moment. Oh dear! I'm just teeing them up so you can knock them out the park here, aren't I? No, I think we've clearly seen evidence of the fact that Nintendo have been dipping their toe into being able to bring games that quite clearly the Switch can't handle. It doesn't have the physical, that raw power to be able to kind of run it at a stable frame rate. You've seen it dipping into, to the cloud, albeit through an alternative, an alternative medium. They've been working with an alternative partner to bring some of those select titles. Could it be a great way to kind of bring some of those big kind of third-party titles that makes makes the Switch? I was going to say makes the Switch more attractive. That's not fair, because the Switch has its own attraction. It's brilliant at what it does. It's got its place. It's got its market, and absolutely, it's a product in its own.
What would you? I'll try and help you out from your hole. You digged yourself out, and you're climbing out from it there. To bring in the AAA games to make it an even more appealing one to the wider mainstream sort of market, the hardcore demographic.
Nailed it.
Yeah. Yes. No, I think also there's going to be something. I don't know what they're going to bring, actually. I don't think it's going to be Xbox Game Pass xCloud, but it might be some sort of games coming there, but we don't know. Yeah, so I'm just going to ask a little bit. This is just a question I wanted to ask you guys in the future. Will we see leasing of games then buy games on xCloud?
That's what we're doing at the moment.
Yeah.
I'll just go to the game.
Just so you can lease a game for $5 a month or something.
That's Game Pass.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Are you meant like renting for like over the weekends?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get. Yeah, that I'm going to go back. I get the evangelize again. Can anybody guess what I can evangelize again?
On Live.
There we go. I can. On Live had subscriptions where you could rent a game over the weekend for like £4 or £5 for over the weekend, or it was like £10 for the week. Yeah, but that was like for the full game and stuff like that. So that did offer people a way in, a cheaper way in to actually get playing the games. I just want to go back to the Switch. I think that rumor has legs. I think they're going to try and do it and it'll be xCloud. It won't be the full games. It will be xCloud onto Switch. But going to leasing of games, or I would say renting of games, it would probably be the better terminology there. And yes, I do see that maybe happening down the line. But again, I don't think, because of the way Game Pass is, I don't think it will be a big success. I think you instead of renting it, you would probably just want to get it into Game Pass. Yeah, well, it's a hard one. There will be options to do it, and I can see people using it, but I just don't think it will be a good one to actually go for.
Yeah, I can agree with that. It's xCloud is Game Pass is amazing. You can play whatever you want, and you play games that you wouldn't buy if it wasn't on Game Pass. So I really agree with that. And yeah, so let's see here.
What about a Day Pass?
Huh?
What about a Day Pass?
Yeah,
24 hours. So rather than paying for
$1
specifically rent a game, 24 hours, and you
pay $1 for it or something.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess they could do that to kind of attract people in. I guess a little bit of I guess you'd term it a loss leader, wouldn't you, to give it away give access to that content for £1 for a day? But hey, if it gets people through the doors to try it, it could be one of those things.
And it could be like you didn't have to sign up for any subscription, some sort of way that you just pay and you're out whenever you want, and you can that could actually be a moneymaker if they just put in $1 every day and they didn't want to subscribe. Yeah, I can see that. That could be quite interesting. So I agree with that, Barry. That's a great thing. Is there anything else we want to talk about? I want to talk about a little bit. What do we want to see xCloud add to the service? I want one thing, and that is the option for Rumble, that I can feel the rumble when I play the games on xCloud. That's something I really hope is coming. Anything else you guys want to see add to the xCloud service in some sort of way?
iOS and browser support.
yeah, of course. of course. So, yeah, Barry, do you have anything you like to add? If you could wish whatever you want.
I'm mulling an idea around in my head, and I can't think of how to articulate it. So maybe it's one to come back to at a later point.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I don't have so much more on this schedule today. So is there anything else you want to talk about?
It's not necessarily a talking point, but the one thing I would say is MLB The Show 2021. It's available now.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly. 16th. It is the 16th today, isn't it? Is that tomorrow?
That's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow. Yeah.
I'm ahead.
Yeah, I think it is it's going live at midnight Eastern. If I may be wrong about that, because I think I seen someone's doing a stream tonight on it. But yeah, it'll be fun to actually see this.
Yeah,
how it goes. Believe it or not, if iOS support comes soon, which I'm hoping it does, I may give it a go. That I just can be bothered downloading it all, because I have a feeling that it might be a game for me where I would download it, give it about 10 minutes ago. It's not for me. It is boring the life. I think this is the perfect game to do like a tester on xCloud for me.
Yeah, I think that could be a good game to test it out on. Anything else you guys want to talk about before we end? I was asked to talk about who wants to say this. There's going to be this Saturday, Sunday, 6:30 p.m. UK time racing starts around 7 p.m. UK time. F1 2020 Stadia giveaway during Sunday stream. So that is something happening quite soon.
Yes.
Anyone want to add more to that?
I'll be finishing last.
Okay, guys.
I don't think either of us know where we're going to finish with that one. I think it'll be interesting. Obviously, it's our second outing in our 100% race distance event that we put on. So it's a concentration breaker, that's for sure.
And everyone's glad I'm not joining in. I'm really horrible in that game. So, guys, you want to say bye to the audience?
Bye.
Bye.